Yeah, I've just gotten done installing the main wiring just for the menu selections on the 9XR radio. The main screen for it is right here. The motherboard is actually mounted back there, and just right now it's in a kind of a disarray, just enough to kind of get it powered up. The main functions are attached onto this bus bar that are back here, and they feed all the way through here, which I haven't bundled up yet. I still need to get the potentiometer hooked up with the throttle, which I've got attached up to here. This is the main throttle function right here. All the modes for the computer are hooked in through here. You got the up, down, left, right, then you've got your menu select and your exit. The throttle is still hooked up, but there's no function for it. So, and then when I get the joystick plugged in, it goes right here, and it goes from these wires here and plugs into these connections here. You get your main control line wires through here for your aileron and elevator through here. You've got your rudders down here, and then you have your button selections up here for your trims. So either way, the trims are hooked up through the hat switch, so it'll make it so much easier. But there he goes. Battery's already turned on, so boom. Automatically, because I have nothing hooked up, you don't get any indication so far, so there's nothing in to get rid of the warning. So automatically I just go ahead and hit one of the selection buttons here, and voila. And right now it says that everything's all pretty much all centered up. Don't have to really worry about it too much. But our main control sticks are down here at the bottom corners until I can get those hooked up. So, and I go ahead and flip through the switches here. Wow. Didn't even know about these. Okay. But yeah, eventually I'll get the rest of the controls all hooked up. I just want to do a quick check just to make sure everything's working right. Okay, the menu. Okay, mouse select. Man, it's working good. Let's see how everything else is going to be working on it. So, okay, heli setup, expo, dual rates, all your channels. Okay, you got your mixers. Right now I've got it set up for one of my basic airplanes, which really isn't a whole lot involved in getting the programs, but there's the limits right there. So I can go ahead and make sure everything's all set up for just that airplane when I slave it in through the JR radio. Okay, everything's on the normal for the reverse or normal switches. The curves, right now everything's linear, so nothing's changed. Won't really need to fool around with that until I get into another airplane. Okay, custom switches. Just kind of fooling around with one of them. Just checking out a couple of the functions just to see how it's actually going to work, but it seems like everything seems to be working just the way it's supposed to be. Okay, there's your templates, and there's your bed. Okay, let me go ahead and exit. Okay, well, my exit is not going to be as I thought it would be. Okay, I'm going to have to take and fix something here. Okay, yeah, my channel 4. I'm going to have to change over the trigger to get into the exit. So, yeah, and so you hit the menu switch again, which would be this one right here. This one seems to be hitting the down, so yeah, little troubleshooting errors I just need to take and just resolve. Okay, and voila, hit menu again and you're done. Okay, that was just the limits. Alright, so much for that. You get the rudder pedals right down here. And right now they're working great. Get full extensions. I have the springs attached up to give it toe brakes. And hopefully I can go ahead and get everything else all hooked up to the back end. And this is the end result of the plugs and everything else that are going to go into the motherboard. So, alright, well, let's go get busy on it and see what happens from there. Alright, now we're back. Yeah, I managed to fix the switch and everything else, and where now you exit is actually the trigger up here, and button 3 over here is your menu enter. So as it is right now, so you can see we've got this set up with the timer going. Do the left cursor and it takes you into the radio setup. Immediately I can go right into, got your trainer mode for when it goes between trainers, between the two radios. Diagonal. Let's see, diagram. Let's see, I'm still learning half these functions on here, so give a little bit of time. Right now it's showing, oh, yeah, it shows basically several positions. So, and of course the calibration, the controls are not going to be hooked up just yet, so I'll be waiting on that. So anyways, hit the trigger, and voila. Oh, yeah, it also sets the timer too. Or does it? Oh, the up switch takes you to the status screen. Status 2. Huh. Okay. Well, I didn't know that you had the status with the up and down bezel switches, so. Radio setup. Alright. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I know Brett's going to be really happy when he sees all this. And of course, exit. Boom. Takes you back to that, and boom. Alright. Yeah, that's good enough for right now. Just wait till I get the rest of the throttle stick all hooked up. I still have to hook up the collective, which is going to be mounted down here, down on my left hand side. And I get the flap switch right over here. Or at least the flap handle. Basically, it's just like on a Cessna. I seem to like that arrangement, I guess, where you just you grab onto the stick and just pull straight up. And I'll have detents on here for being able to get it to where it'll adjust. But I still have to get the cable hooked up to it and get the potentiometer hooked up. So, alright. Same as the throttle. So, alright.